Hello guys, I'm going to create a new video series for creating a Windows Forms application using Visual Studio 2022 in C# language. So when you open the Visual Studio, actually you can see windows like this. So currently I'm using Visual Studio 2022, and if you are a fresher for Visual Studio, actually you cannot see any recent project here. If you have any recently created project, from the left side it will list down what are the recent projects that you have created, and from the right side you can see four tabs here. So first one is actually you can clone the project from a GitHub or any other repos here, and you can open a solution. That means if you have a already created project in your local machine, you can open that using this section, and you can open any folder that contains the C# project, and you can create a new project. So we continue with this. In create a new project section, same as previously. So if you have previously created project there, so the template will list down in the left side. So templates mean if you have create the window console application or a web application or uh, Windows Home application, so that template type will list down here. So if you're new to this Visual Studio, or if you recently installed the Visual Studio, actually you will not see any template types here. In the right side you can see several template types here. So that means you can see the console application, ASP web API, web applications, and so on. So you can select whatever project template type that you wish to continue with, or else you can search here. Let's say if you are going to create a console application, you just type console. So it will give the search result like this. So since we are continuing with the Windows Forms application, you can directly search here and select the template, or else you can filter out like uh, what language for what platform you are going to implement this project and what type of a project. So language means Visual Studio supports several languages like C#, C++, and Visual Basic, Python. So platforms mean what type of platform, it's like Android or Windows or Mac OS or Linux. Project type mean your project type is a mobile application or a web app or web API or uh, desktop application. So let's say I'm going to create the Windows Forms application. So I just select C# and I select Windows here, and for now I select desktop. So the list is got filtered, and you can select project template type here. So in the second and the third option actually relates with the Windows Forms application. So Windows Forms .NET Framework. So this means actually it's kind of a old technology. So Microsoft .NET have several evolutions, like they come up with the .NET Framework, then they come up with the .NET Core. Nowadays they come up with the .NET 6, 7, 8. So the time actually I'm record this video is with the .NET 8. So if you want to create like some kind of old technology like .NET Framework, so you can just select this one and go to the click on next, and you can see the framework type is 4.7.2, 4.8. So that's from the .NET Framework. So let's go with latest technology. So I select the Windows Forms app, not the .NET Framework, this Windows Forms app, and select next. So then you can give the project name here. So what's the project name? So let's say I'm going to create the student management So it's better to have no spaces there. So without spaces, I give the project name, and I use actually the first letter of the second word is become capitalized. So then I can easily uh, get the readable name. So then project location, so you can select what is the location that I'm going to save my project. So I select the my location, select the folder. So then my project get created inside this D drive, this folder, inside this folder. So then you can see the solution name. So solution name means when you type the project name, the solution name also become the same name. So if you want to have a different solution name, so you can type the different name here. Okay, so that means so a solution can have one or more projects. So if your solution name is this, like this one, so then you can have a different project name. So by default, the Microsoft build this tool actually, so by default the project name also becomes the solution name. But if you want to give the separate name, so you can select give a separate name for the solution. Okay, so then it will show like some kind of preview that the project will created in the D drive in this folder within the student management. So when I click on next, so here you can see, so Windows Forms is actually I'm going to use the framework. This is the target framework that I'm going to use. So you can see .NET 8.0, this long-term support one. And if you click on this drop down, you can see that .NET 9 also released, but it's stand-term support. So it's better to use always the long-term support framework. So I select .NET 8.0 and then I create the project. So my project is get created, so it will take some time depending on your machine performance. It will take some time. So you can see that my project is created. So once it's created, so the default form 1 will preview like this. So anyone who create the project like this, you can see the default project is created like form 1, and yeah, the project is now created. So you can see in the right side there is something called Solution Explorer. So Solution Explorer mean it's like a structure, the architecture of your project. So what are the forms, what are the classes that you are going to add, already added into your project? So what are the references, libraries that you have download, import to your project? So this is the Solution Explorer. Let's say somehow you cannot see the Solution Explorer, so you just go to the view and select this Solution Explorer, where you have the keyboard shortcut like Control or Tab. So select this one, so then your Solution Explorer will preview. So you can pin that one or you can unpin that. So if you unpin that, it will go here, and if you can pin that, so it will show like this. Okay, then if I talk about the structure of this Windows Solution Explorer, so you can see my project solution name is Student Management. It's showing like this, and this is my project. So when I create the project, actually I said like I can have a different solution name and different project name. So if you give a different solution name, so that name will be listed here, and your project will show like this. Let's say if you want to add a new project for the same solution, so you just right click the solution and click on that and select this new project. That means for a solution can have one or more projects. So my default project is created. So the student management. So there you have three sections: the dependencies, form1.cs, and the program.cs. So if you expand this dependency section, so you can see the two different sections like analyzers and the framework. So analyzers mean if you expand that, you can see like some kind of analyzers here. And the frameworks mean, so what are the frameworks that you have used for the used to create these Windows Forms applications. So all these are default import. So we nothing get imported. So all are come as the default. So in the we will discuss later in this dependency section once we import other third-party tools to our project. So in the program one, form1.cs actually, so cs is the extension. Cs stands for C sharp. So this is the form one. So if you double click one, so your form will be pop up like this. So then the program.cs is actually, so this is the entry part of your project. So you can go to this program.cs. So your application will open like this. So you it says like namespace student management. So there you have the static class program and you have the main method. So this is, so in every Windows Forms application, so not only the Windows Forms, any project that you have created using the C#.net, so you can see this program.cs file. So what is this program.cs? So this file is actually the entry level to your application, this one. So in this program.cs actually you can do many configurations as well. So we will discuss those things later. So you can, for now actually, what you need to know is, so this is program.cs and this is the entry part of your application. So in the inside the main method you can see application.run, and this is the, you can see the form one there. That means, so you have default form one here. So when your project is run, so we say to the application start with the form one. So then it go to the form one. So let's say if you have form two or form three, but you need to start with the form three, then you can say start with the form three. Then form three will start. So that's about the program.cs. So this is the solution explorer. So so this section actually we called it as the text editors, and all the program form designs and the coding parts you can do inside this section. So in the left side you can see the toolbox. So we know the Windows Forms applications actually we have several components. So inside the forms actually all the components are doing some kind of actions. So we can add the buttons, we can add the text boxes, we can add the combo boxes, or anything. So any component. So all the components are listed here. So the first section you can see the all Windows forms. That means all the components that we can use inside these forms, it will show here. So then in the later sections actually it's a common controls. That mean that components, controllers that we are commonly use, like buttons, text boxes, labels, these things. So then the containers mean, so you can have panels, you can have the group boxes, you can have the tab controllers there. Then you have menus and the toolbar, so you can add the menu strips and any other tools strips, anything. So then we have data. So mainly we have the binary sources and the data grid views. So we can add the data grid view here. Then we have other components like timers, image list, so on. So we can have the printing uh, facility there. We can have the dialogues and so on. So we can add any kind of a tool. So let's say I just want to have um, just a label and the text box. So it's very easy. So you can just drag and drop here like this, and you can add the button like this. So that's all. So in next video actually we will learn how to create forms and how can we configure the properties of the components or to controllers, and then later we will discuss about how to do the coding parts as well. Thank you.